Welcome viewers. Today we are looking at the topic understanding theoretical frameworks in research. To begin with, let's look at what is a theoretical framework. A theoretical framework is a structure built upon one or more established theories to explain or predict phenomena in a study. It consists of theoretical principles, constructs, concepts, and tenets of a theory. It is the guide for a research undertaking. It can be viewed as the intellectual scaffolding that underpins a research. It is a lens the researcher uses to analyze data, interpret findings, and connect the study to the broader body of knowledge in a given discipline. A theoretical framework can be taken as a blueprint which is adopted by the researcher, which serves as the foundation upon which a research is constructed. It is comparable to a map which guides you when traveling to a particular location. All aspects of the research should be connected to the theoretical framework. Now let's look at the importance of a theoretical framework. A theoretical framework guides the researcher so that he or she does not deviate from the confines of accepted theories in his or her bid to contribute to scholarly knowledge through research. It connects the researcher to existing knowledge and gives him or her a basis for choice of research methodology. It permits the research to move from simply describing a phenomenon to generalizing about its various aspects. It enhances rigor and clarity of academic inquiry by guiding the research in formulating questions, hypotheses, propositions, and in the interpretation of research findings. A theoretical framework assists the researcher in situating and contextualizing the formal theories into his or her study as a guide. It therefore guides the researcher's choice of research design, type of data to be collected, and the data analysis methods to be employed. A theoretical framework thus aids the researcher in finding appropriate research, analytical tools, procedures for his or her research inquiry, making research findings more meaningful and generalizable. A theoretical framework provides a common worldview or a lens from which to support one's thinking about a research problem and analysis of data. The theoretical framework guides and should resonate with every aspect of the research process, from the definition of the problem, literature survey, methodology, presentation, and discussion of findings, as well as conclusions that are drawn. In short, a theoretical framework guides the researcher throughout phases of the study, encompassing the conceptualization phase, the designing and planning phase, operationalization of the research, and the analytical phase, as well as the dissemination phase of the research. The researcher must carefully select the relevant theory or theories that underpin the knowledge base of the phenomenon to be investigated. The researcher is expected to make a unique application of the selected theory so as to effectively apply the theoretical constructs to the study. Selection of the theoretical framework usually depends on its appropriateness, ease of application, and its explanatory power. When the selection is poorly done, it will be like using a wrong spanner to fix a nut. The chosen theoretical framework must accentuate the purpose and the importance of the study. The research questions of the study must relate to noticeable aspects of the theoretical framework and must agree with the assertions promulgated by the theorists of the selected theory. Now let's look at writing the theoretical framework part of your research paper or your thesis or dissertation, whatever the case may be. The researcher must clearly describe the framework, the concepts, the models, or the specific theories that underpin the research. It includes identifying key theories in the field and the historical context in which the theory was formulated. The researcher must position the theoretical framework within the wider context of related frameworks, concepts, models, or theories. The researcher must also note the limitations of the theoretical framework chosen. At the end of the study, it is important for the researcher to indicate whether the findings of the study corroborate, extend, modify, or controvert the existing theory adopted for the study. As a researcher, you must critique or you may critique, develop, or expand the theory that served as the guide or the underpinning for the study vis-a-vis the findings from the study. Thank you very much for viewing this presentation. Please do like and share and subscribe. I look forward to engage you again as we delve into another subject relative to the discipline of research. Thank you.